Since you clicked on this video, it's safe to say you're curious about Mark Zuckerberg, one of the most controversial figures in the tech world. Whether it's the countless scandals surrounding him or the bizarre claims about him not being human, there's a lot to unpack. So let's dive right into the world of Facebook's creator. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. You probably already know the story. A Harvard kid with an idea, creating a startup in his dorm room that turned into one of the biggest social media companies ever. But what you don't always hear about is how many people were left behind as Zuckerberg rose to the top. You see, the Winklevoss twins, Cameron and Tyler, and their partner, Divya Narendra, had initially approached Zuckerberg to help build their project, Harvard Connection, which aimed to create a social network exclusively for Harvard students. However, instead of working on their project, Zuckerberg stalled its development while secretly using their idea to launch Facebook. While Zuckerberg himself denied all these claims, the legal battle that followed eventually resulted in a settlement, with the Winklevoss twins receiving a payout in cash and stock. The whole story was even made into the movie The Social Network. But that was just the beginning. As Facebook grew, the controversies got bigger and more complicated. Let's talk about some more recent scandals, starting with Cambridge Analytica. 87 million users on Facebook, their profiles, likes, and habits, all used to influence voters and political campaigns without their consent. Some even say it was used to manipulate democracy. You might be thinking, okay, Zuckerberg may have made some questionable choices. However, what really fueled suspicion was his behavior during his testimony before Congress in 2018. While defending Facebook's practices and privacy violations, Zuckerberg appeared unusually robotic and awkward, which quickly became the center of attention. The way he blinked, his rigid facial expressions, and his overall mannerisms struck many as unsettling, almost unnatural. This bizarre behavior led to wild rumors and conspiracy theories. Some wondered if Zuckerberg could be an advanced AI or even a reptilian, a part of the conspiracy theory that suggests world leaders are shape-shifting aliens. People's fascination with Zuckerberg's supposedly inhuman behavior isn't just limited to his stiff public appearances, though. There's a specific moment from an earlier interview in 2014 where Zuckerberg famously fumbled his words while trying to explain how he deals with stress, saying, "I was human. I'm human, still." And then there's the way he drinks water, slowly and very deliberately, almost like he's learning how humans drink. Of course, the internet latched onto all this, and the theories only escalated from there. Now, you might have heard of the Illuminati. It's often described as a secret society made up of the world's most powerful people, supposedly controlling everything from politics to media. It's a wild idea, but one that's captivated people for years. Zuckerberg's name has, as expected, also been tied to this conspiracy, and it's not entirely surprising. Illuminati, after all, is said to recruit only the most powerful and influential people, politicians, business tycoons, and celebrities. Zuckerberg's enormous control over social media fits perfectly into this narrative. Some people also point to his fast rise to success. Think about it. He goes from a Harvard dorm room to becoming a tech giant in just a few years. That kind of meteoric rise makes people wonder if there's something else at play. Could Zuckerberg have had some kind of help from a powerful group? That's the basis for the Illuminati theory. People think it's too good to be true that someone could achieve that level of power without outside assistance. There are also those moments when Zuckerberg's behavior in public appearances has come across as a bit strange. Whether it's his robotic speech or awkward facial expressions, these quirks have led some to believe he's part of a bigger conspiracy. When someone is as powerful and as awkward as Zuckerberg can sometimes be, it gives fuel to these kinds of rumors. Of course, there's no actual evidence that Zuckerberg is involved in anything like the Illuminati. Most of these rumors are based on speculation and wild interpretations of his behavior. But that hasn't stopped people from digging deeper and finding clues that link him to the group. But beyond all the jokes and awkwardness, there's something more serious going on. The idea that Zuckerberg and Facebook have invaded our privacy in ways we're just starting to understand. When Facebook started, it was just a fun way to keep up with friends, post pictures, and share memories. But it feels like a tool that knows way too much about us. Have you ever talked about something like planning a trip to Italy and then suddenly saw ads for cheap flights to Rome on your feed? It's creepy, right? That's the kind of power Facebook has. It listens, learns, and makes money off your data. And that leads us to the darkest question of all. Does Zuckerberg even care? Over and over again, he's apologized. He says things like, "We need to do better, and we will." But after every apology, what happens? More scandals, more breaches of trust, and more reasons to wonder if Zuckerberg really wants to connect the world or just make money from it. Let's not forget also just how deeply Facebook has been tied to political controversies across the globe. One of the most disturbing examples is its involvement in the violence against the Rohingya in Myanmar. In the lead-up to the 2017 atrocities, Facebook was used as a platform to spread anti-Rohingya disinformation. Actors linked to Myanmar's military, along with nationalist groups, flooded the platform with hate speech, portraying the Rohingya Muslim minority as invaders. This fueled violence, resulting in the displacement of over 700,000 people and what has been called Facebook's genocide. What's shocking is that Facebook had been warned. Local civil groups flagged the growing extremism, and Myanmar authorities even temporarily blocked the platform in 2014. Yet, Facebook didn't act. And if you think that's bad, look at Facebook's role in US politics. Russian interference used Facebook to push disinformation and influence voter opinions during the 2016 election. Fast forward to 2020, and Facebook once again found itself at the heart of controversy, this time for enabling the spread of conspiracy theories leading up to the January 6th Capitol riot. Through it all, Zuckerberg, once again, remained at the top, offering the same routine responses. "We didn't know, we're working on it, things will improve." But when the stakes are this high, can we really afford to keep giving him the benefit of the doubt? Sure, Zuckerberg has done some good. He's poured billions into the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, tackling big challenges like disease and education. And Facebook has connected people globally, which sounds great. But even his philanthropy has critics. Some people think it's just a way to make himself look better, while also getting tax benefits. And maybe that's the real story. Not whether Mark Zuckerberg is a lizard person, an AI, or part of a secret society, but whether he's a human who just has way more power than anyone should have. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, share it with friends, and hit that subscribe button for more content like this.